Welcome. You're watching New Attitude, and I'm your host, Anastasia Rivers. My guest is none other than Stanley Jacobs.
Leader of the Ten Sleepless Knights.
Yes.
And Chief Cook and Basil Washer.
I don't have to ask him anything. I'm sure that he has been interviewed so many times, but it's my first time having him on the show, and it's my pleasure to have him here. I'm really appreciative for you coming on.
Really, thank you for having us here and exposing us to YouTube.
That's right. We're going to be on YouTube, and they just have to subscribe and get to see New Attitude USBI on YouTube. Later on, we'll have the group on, but right now I just want to get Stanley to tell me how the group started, who started the group.
How it started?
Yes.
It started a lot of different ways. A whole gang of us used to hang out in Darky Yard on Queen Street. You know, I never did know the number. You know the number, IG? Darky Yard, number 5 Queen Street.
Okay.
It was Queen Street. And we used to hang out there, knocking drum mostly and singing and so. And steel band, they had the Trojan steel band in there. And we used to be there all the time. And one time we decided to start a band. Mm-hmm. Me and Greenberg decided to start a band. What happened, we meet up in Mountain Bar.
Okay, I know what that is.
My wife sent me to buy a tin of milk. And I went up there to Mountain Bar. It was a grocery and a rum shop at the same time. So I meet Greenberg and Meow in there. So they tell me, well, come fire one with us, man. So we sat down, we were talking about that, and we decided, hey, we're going to start a band, and we're going to play all kind of music.
So you didn't go home
play
right away?
rock and roll and
things. So you went up in the dark house, you didn't go home right away?
No. And I didn't carry the milk neither. And we discussed that, and we said, okay, we're gonna tell them why, and we're gonna start this band.
Okay.
So we went back, later we went back down to the yard, and everybody said yeah. And we start, so we said we're gonna play all them things, but all I had was a fife. Edgy had a ukulele. We had a pipe. We had steel, squash, and Paper had the guitar in there.
Who?
Paper.
That's Sidel Peterson.
Sidel father. And he used to hang there with we, and we start playing and like that, and it really gel when up at Kramer Park we used to camp every Easter. We used to go up there like Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Still carrying on the tradition.
Yeah, that's going on up to now. And at that time, we had acquired some other thing, and we used to play. We start playing more. And if you know Mr. Dance, remember Mr. Dance?
Yes.
Mr. Dance, here we and Boyce. Ivan, that's your name. He decided he wanted the band to play for here in the market. Christian said market, so we said okay, and he said why your name? So Boyce talking. We said okay, the Vikings. We need the Vikings.
Oh, you first started?
Yeah, that one gig, the first gig we ever played, we are named the Vikings. So when we come back, the boy said, no, that name ain't too good, man.
So then how you come up with Stanley and the Ten Sleepless Knights?
Well, how we come up with that is that during the time that we used to be hanging out in the ranch, we used to tease one another, everybody. We still do, we always teasing each other. And we used to tease Paper too. And Paper used to tell me, watch out, you leave me alone because I spent 10 sleepless nights. And he used to say that all the time, So then boy used to say, 10 sleepless nights, doing what? And I don't think I could tell you the answer them that he used to get us here.
But he had 10 children.
Yeah, that's what he was referring to. They were very colorful. What he used to say.
Okay.
About what he was doing those 10 nights.
Okay.
So when we're trying to decide what name for the band, Edgy said, well, maybe don't just name it the Ten Sleepless Knights and put a K on the end. And put a K in front of, K for knights, like a knight in shining armor.
All right.
And it stayed there. And the name that till up to now.
So how long the band been in existence?
Well, we were playing before that. That was 1970. But we had been playing before, We used to. In fact, I think that gig to the market when we were the Vikings was 68 or 69. It was before 1970. But that's when we get a name. And then people start calling we to play. And the majority of the time we used to play free,
Free, okay.
Yeah, and then they start paying us, giving us money, and then we start, so well, we're going to charge and thing.
So
And for some reason we stayed.
Tell me,
together.
when did you all start the serenading? That's my favorite thing, when you all start.
Right there, after, around that same time.
Okay, so
70, 71.
What gave you all the idea to go around the neighborhood doing that?
Well, when I used to play with Simmons Brothers, which was before that, we used to do that there.
Okay.
But the idea come from when we were all little children, because they used to have bands going around Christmas time, playing Christmas music, and some of them were church people. They used to be singing, Christmas carol and thing. And when we get into music, we say we're gonna do that too. That's how it really come.
Okay. So you had name some of your members that are not with us now. Some of them that are not with us.
Whole heap. The very first was me, Edgy, Greenberg, Tay, Paypoint, Sax Peter, Pee-wee. That was
The original.
to start. Yeah.
Okay. No, I wanted to ask about that because you see, you all carrying on a tradition and a culture, and that's what I like. And now that you all are this long in the business, you started mentoring young people. So when we come back on, we're gonna have the rest of the members of that's here with us now. We're gonna have them along with the young lady. What's her name? Sasha
Alexander.
And she has her own band too.
Yeah. She's one of our outstanding students.
Okay.
Who we gave a scholarship to.
Wow.
And she went to school, studied music, and come back, and she's teaching now, and she's successful.
Wonderful.
And she got a band. Well, they had a band when we went to Complex. They formed a band then, and they still play. At least I hope
for the centennial, they perform at the government house for one of the events, and they really stand out really good. So then again, you all raise money for scholarship. So we want the audience to know what you all do and what they could do to help you to raise money to keep this scholarship going.
Yeah, well, we have a committee of some volunteers that they really do a good job of raising money, and a lot of individuals and businesses does contribute to our scholarship fund.
Well, what if somebody, because we're going to be on YouTube, somebody that's away, friends or family that's away would like to donate? How could they send it to you from the States or wherever?
Well, they could send it to the band address.
What's that?
Box 411, Christiansted, Virgin Islands, 00821.
Okay.
To send it digitally, you will have our digital master talk about that there.
Okay.
Larry.
All right. So they're going to come on and we...
Yeah, when they come on, you tell them that part.
We'll be right back with the whole band, Tanya and the Ten Sleepless Knights with a K. Welcome back. I'm your host, Anastasia Rivers. You're watching New Attitude. I'm here with Stanley Jacobs and his group, Stanley and the Ten Sleepless Knights. Over to my left is,
Eldred Christian, better known as Edgy.
imagine that. I didn't know your name was Eldred. All I know is Edgy.
Don't feel bad. A lot of people don't know my name. They call me all kind of thing. Edmonton,
And your instrument is what?
banjo.
Banjo, and you're the lead singer?
Yeah.
Yes, and when we hear all those lyrics from Stanley and his 10 Sleepless Knights, most of the time you hear Edgy with the leading song and with the beautiful music in the background. So tell us a little, you got any stories you want to share about the band? Just a short, sweet one, a nice, clean one. That could be.
Go search hard for that. Go search hard for that.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I have a lot of nice stories about the band. I mean, the only nice one I see is I'm glad I came here to St. Croix to see a horse race.
Oh yeah, where you
The
originally
3rd of
from?
July 1960,
Where you originally from?
St. Thomas.
Oh yeah, told me, and okay.
And I meet up with a girl named Greenberg out of Darky Yard like he was in. And me going back here.
Oh, wonderful.
So I mean,
So you're implant crucian.
but you know it, man. Transplant.
Transplant, that's the word. Okay. And anything else you want?
No, that's good, man.
I must say, enjoy your music, enjoy your singing, and I appreciate what you're doing with the band, your input and your part in the band.
Thank you.
And now we have Mr. Larson.
Yeah, Larry Larson.
Larry, what position you have with the band, and how long you playing with the band?
I am currently the drummer, but I used to play the bass. I play the piano whenever I'm called upon. Sometimes the guitar. It all depends on what they need.
At the time.
I try to fill in.
That's good. So how long you with the band?
That's a hard question to answer because I actually started playing the band back in the 1970s when I came back from college.
Okay.
And then I went away and I came back and they welcomed me back into the
Oh,
band.
well, then you always been a member then.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
So what else do you do for the band? Because I know earlier that Stanley mentioned that you do certain technical things for the band.
Yeah, I'm also the band's recording engineer as well as their live song engineer.
Okay. So you have your own studio?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. So do you do other recording for other people too?
Yes.
What's the name of your studio and how they could reach you?
It's called Kasha Recording Studio.
Kasha.
Yeah, and my email is larry@kasharecording.com.
Say it again.
larry@kasharecording.com.
Okay. And where are you located, your studio?
It's located on Western Suburb, number 11 Western Suburb, Christiansted.
Oh, that's on the left side before the King Garda.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I remember.
Hotel.
Yes. Okay, I know where that is. All right, and also we spoke about if anybody want to donate, how can they do it through you?
Okay, we're in the process of developing our 10 Sleepless Nights webpage,
Okay.
which should be active in about another couple of weeks. The address will be www.tensleeplessnights.com.
That should be
spelled
that.
out. Yeah,
And with a K.
with a K. Yes, yes.
Now, where in the meantime, do you consider using PayPal?
Yes, yes. We're set up a PayPal and account that you can be able to donate via the website, and we will invite you to do so once the website is established.
Okay, good. All right. Now, let's pass this on to Hendrix to the end. We're going to leave Young for the last. Hendrix, here's what instrument do you play?
Well, my name is Gilbert Hendricks. I try to play the bass and I play the pipe.
And you do it well.
I try.
Yes.
I just sing to me just like Edgy.
Okay,
I
so,
transplant too.
okay, so you see the
So we got the same type of shot.
All right. That's really good. So it's a VI thing.
It's a VI thing.
That's good. So I must mention Hendrix's wife is my classmate from kindergarten. I just love Michi. I have to mention her. That's my girl. Yes. Good people. So also, you're retired from the National Guard?
And fire. And fire.
And fire. So you used to play in the band for the National Guard?
Yes, I used to.
Okay.
Used to play tuba.
Tuba. Remember, I could hardly see you, but I see this big instrument.
Yeah, from school, you know.
Yes. Okay, so now we have Sasha. Sasha is...
Good night, everybody.
Yes, this is a young lady. I didn't know, I know that I asked them to bring someone that they mentor, but I didn't realize that they provided a scholarship, and then she came back and played music, and teaching. Just some wonderful, thank you.
Absolutely. From since 9th grade, Stanley and the Ten Sleepless Knights have been coming to Complex and mentoring myself amongst other amazing musicians who still play Kwelbe music with me to this day and age. And the name of the band is Sweet Pepper Kwelbe. And yes, Stanley, we are still playing. Of course, Maria and Irma set back things, but we're getting back in the groove of things now, and it's actually been a passion of mine since I went to get my degree in music education to come back and continue the culture, because I myself saw that, of course, with the generation and the progression of technology and music within itself, a lot of the kids growing up, they don't want to listen to Kwelbe music. So it's my job and the rest of my band's job and everybody else who has an input to help kind of regenerate Kwelbe music to the point where students and kids of the Virgin Islands can really understand that it's really important to keep the culture alive, but still make it enjoyable for them as well too. And all the time we got push back and shove back and bend over and for everything, And even in that, people will still do that for Kwelbe music too, But it's the meaning of it and it's the history, and I just feel like, we don't want to be like America, and lose culture. We want to continuously keep our culture. We don't want to not be able to identify ourselves and identify the history when we start to go older. You can't trace back to what it was, so.
And it's so fitting, this is March, VI History Month, so this is a good way to, send it out to the kids, the parents that watching. If your kids you see them musically talented, sometimes they don't be, but to expose them to the music, they could reach farther and at least enjoy themselves and keeping the culture alive. So I recommend you trying to, even if it don't be with Stanley, get them in a school band or something, and get them involved somehow to raise the culture and be a culture bearer.
Yes.
Just like they got Stanley and them passing the torch to you and others, and I commend them for that. And that's why I want to reach out to you, viewing audience, to help the Stanley and the Ten Sleepless Knights. They didn't ask me to say this. I'm saying this myself because I see it's a need. To sponsor it, send out some money to them to continue what they do. They raise money, and a lot of time they play for free still. Even though he says stories back then, he's still playing for free at a lot of events. And it's from their heart. And I'm asking you to stretch from your heart to your pocket and help Stanley and the Ten Sleepless Knights with this sponsorship for scholarship and what have you, and keep doing what you're doing with the kids.
Absolutely.
So what grade you teach?
7th and 8th grade.
Junior high. And
Yes.
That's when you grab them. That's when you get it. And then when they reach high school, they don't be so lost, because then they
Right.
have an idea.
Right, they have some sort of a foundation. Also, the parents play a big part. You see how you're saying that, get the children out there and get them involved. If the parents get them more involved and force them, they're kids, they don't have a say in anything that they do. You force them to, unless, doing something bad, but this is something good and something in terms of them inheriting their culture. So if you just kind of tell them, hey, give them some type of incentive, learn how to dance quadrille. Me and your dad used to dance quadrille back in the days of, mommy, that's old people music. Talk to them, try to really get them involved. And I think I'm a very fun teacher. So, if you have people that are as vibrant as I am, I feel like, the kids are more excited. I know when it comes to my students and when we're doing quadrille or maple platin or even steel pan, students always want to be a part of my class or anything, because I make it fun. I make it different. I give them a different environment, and I do it with them as well too. So
That's good. So I appreciate that. And we're going to have a little treat later on with Stanley and Sidel Peterson in the next segment. So we'll be right back after these messages.